Turn right in 500 meters.
What does desperation sell for? For some, it's their time. For others, their dignity. But for Tare, a man drowning in debt, it sold for something much simpler, an algorithm. A mysterious ride-hailing app that promised premium fares, but from one location only. The long-shuttered, corpse-like Grand Asaaba Hotel. He just had to follow 3 rules. Don't ask the passengers questions. Don't look at them in the rearview mirror. And never, ever refuse a ride. It was the easiest money he'd ever made. Until he realized what his passengers were truly paying with, and where his final destination was booked. Tare's life was a loop of engine noise and empty wallets. Ride-hailing was a grind, and the debt collector's calls were a relentless chorus. Then, one bleary-eyed night, a new app appeared on his phone, Asaaba Luxe. No logo, just a stylized, faded "a". It came with a single, upfront message: exclusive clientele. Exceptional fares. Exclusive pickup zone. Adhere to protocol. The pickup zone was geo-fenced around the Grand Asaaba, a hotel that had been closed since a mysterious, fatal fire in 1978. Desperate, he accepted. The ping came at 2:17 a.m. The map led him to the Asaaba's crumbling portico. The lobby was a black mouth. No one was there. Then, a figure emerged from the shadows, moving with a stiff, slow grace. A man in an outdated, slightly formal suit. He slid into the back seat without a word, giving an address across town. The air in the car grew cold. Bone cold. Tare, remembering the rules, drove. Not a word was spoken. When they arrived, the passenger placed a neat stack of crisp, high-denomination bills on the seat and vanished into the night without a sound. Tare counted the money. It was triple a normal fare. The bills felt cold. And they smelled faintly of ozone and old paper. For a week, it was a secret goldmine. The pings came only between midnight and 4 a.m. The passengers were all different, yet all the same. Quiet, impeccably dressed in styles decades out of date, their skin pale in the streetlight glow. They spoke only to murmur addresses in soft, accentless tones. And they always paid in those same cold, crisp bills. Tare's debts began to clear. He bought gifts for his sister, Diploma. He treated his Uber buddy, Sul, to drinks. When Sul asked about the sudden turnaround, Tare just winked. Found a niche market. But the niche was eating at him. He was exhausted, no matter how much he slept. A deep, pervasive chill had settled into his bones that no heater could touch. He started seeing things in his periphery, figures standing too still in alleyways near the Asaaba, watching his car. The first rule he broke was the rearview mirror. Picking up a woman in a beautiful, but old-fashioned, beaded dress, his eyes flicked up. Her reflection was blurred. As if she was sitting in a thick mist. And she wasn't looking out the window. She was staring directly at him in the mirror, her eyes dark hollows. His blood turned to ice. He snapped his gaze away. When she exited, she leaned forward. Her breath was the smell of a long-closed room. "Thank you for the conveyance, driver," she whispered. Her payment this time included a single, beautiful jeweled hairpin. "A token," she said. The next morning, the hairpin on his dashboard was tarnished black and brittle, as if aged 100 years. Diploma noticed the change in her brother. "Tare, you look like you've seen a ghost. You're freezing all the time." He laughed it off, but the fear was a seed now, sprouting thorns in his gut. He tried to research the Grand Asaaba Hotel. The archives told a grim story. A glamorous hotspot in the 60s and 70s, owned by a reclusive tycoon. It burned down on a fateful night in '78 during a huge society ball. Many were trapped. The official death toll was 47, but rumors whispered it was far higher. The cause was never determined. The tycoon, a man named Alhaji Kabori, was never seen again. The app sent him a ride that very night. The passenger was a tall, severe man in an immaculate white Baban Riga. He commanded a presence that filled the car. He gave no address. He simply said, "Drive." The usual circuit. Tare drove. The silence was oppressive. Finally, the passenger spoke, his voice dry as tomb dust. "You have been reliable, driver. Our previous conveyances were unsatisfactory." They asked questions. They looked. They refused final fares. He paused. "They are no longer with us." Tare's knuckles were white on the wheel. What do you want?" "Continuity," the man said. "The world moves on. We do not. We require a chauffeur to maintain our connections to the city we once owned. The app is our register. You are our driver. Your payment is your continued, breathing existence. A fair trade." The man left without paying. The next day, Tare found a gold cufflink on the seat, monogrammed with the letters AK Alhaji Kabori. Tare was trapped. If he deleted the app, he feared he'd end up like the previous conveyances. If he continued, he felt his life being slowly siphoned away by the cold. He confessed everything to Sewell, who was horrified. "Brother, you are not driving people. You are driving memories. Ghosts of a party that never ended. They are paying you with memories of money. This is a corpse cart." Sewell insisted they go see his grandmother, Ruby Mary, a woman known for dealing with sticky spirits. The old woman listened, her eyes closed. She held the cold cufflink and winced. "Ah. The Asaaba guests," she sighed. "They are not at rest." The fire was no accident. It was a containment. A powerful juju to trap a wicked man and all his wicked guests who made a pact with darker things for their wealth. They are bound to the hotel, but their influence leaks. This app is a new thread, a digital rope they have thrown to pull someone into their prison to serve them. You, Tare, are that someone. Can you break it?" Tare pleaded. Ruby Mary looked grim. "The pact is in the payment. You have accepted their currency, their captured, spectral wealth. To break it, you must refuse a fare. You must look the passenger in the eye and say, 'Your journey is over.' But be warned, they will not let go easily. They will show you what truly burns in the Asaaba." That night, the app pinged. The pickup, the Grand Asaaba. The passenger name, Guest Kabori. Tare's heart hammered. This was it. He drove to the hotel, a cold sweat on his brow. The tall figure of Alhaji Kabori emerged, seeming more solid, more real than ever. He entered the car. "Drive to the old docks," the ghost commanded. Tare pulled away from the curb. He drove 1 block. 2. His breath fogged in the air. He gathered every ounce of courage. At a red light, he stopped. He turned. He looked directly into the back seat, breaking the second rule forever. He looked into the face of Alhaji Kabori. It was not the face of a man. The skin was smooth, polished wax, cracking at the edges to reveal glowing embers beneath. The eyes were pits of smoke. "Your journey," Tare choked out, the words fighting the paralyzing cold, "is over." Alhaji Kabori's waxen face contorted into a silent scream of rage. The illusion shattered. The car was no longer Tare's Toyota. They were in the back of a vintage, wide-bodied Mercedes. Outside the windows, the modern city was gone, replaced by the neon-lit waterfront of the 1970s. And the Grand Asaaba Hotel behind them was not a ruin. It was ablaze. Towering, beautiful, and consumed by roaring flames. Screams echoed from within, not of pain, but of mad, endless revelry. You think you can dismiss us? Kabori's voice was the roar of the fire. We are eternal. We traded mortal lives for endless celebration. The fire was our baptism, not our end. And now, you will join the service. You will drive us for eternity. The car filled with smoke. Tare couldn't breathe. He saw other faces pressing at the windows, the passengers, his passengers, their elegant clothes now fire-blackened, their eyes glowing with the same hellish light, laughing and beckoning. Tare's hand, acting on pure instinct, found the door handle. He threw himself out of the moving vision, out of the ghost car, and onto the hard, wet asphalt of the present-day street. He lay gasping on the road. The vintage Mercedes was gone. His own car was parked neatly at the curb, empty and cold. The Grand Asaaba stood dark and silent in the distance. But he was not free. The Asaaba Luxe app was still on his phone, now permanently on screen, grayed out. It displays a single, perpetual message: driver status, terminated. Awaiting final collection. The money he saved? The next morning, it was all gone from his account. Not spent. Gone, as if it never existed. The physical bills he had left? They crumbled to ash in his hands. Worse, he is now followed by the cold. Not the chill of the ghosts, but the penetrating cold of the grave itself. Lights flicker when he enters a room. And every night, without fail, at 2:17 a.m., his phone screen lights up. A map shows a lone car icon, idling outside the Grand Asaaba Hotel. Then, a notification: Passenger Kabori is rating your service. 1 star. And somewhere, in the digital ether, the app is searching for a new driver. Someone desperate. Someone who won't ask questions. The Asaaba guests are still waiting for their next ride into the world. Tare sought a way out of his financial hell. He found a highway that loops forever through a single, burning night in 1978. His fare wasn't paid in cash, but in moments of his own warmth, his own life. He is a terminated employee of the dead, waiting for his severance package to be delivered. So what do you think? Was Tare a victim of predatory spectral capitalism, or did his desperation sign a contract he never bothered to read? In the race to escape poverty, what parts of our souls are we willing to lease? Let me know in the comments below. This is part 1 of the Asaaba guests. Their story, and the story of their next driver, is far from over. To make sure you don't miss the next ride, subscribe and hit the bell for more tales from the Safari of Tales. Until next time, check the rating of your driver. And be very, very wary of 5-star service from a 1-star location.